Today's video, I'm going to begin a little series on shifts and switches. And I'm going to give you guys a demonstration here today. And I got Danny here to demonstrate with me, and we're going to talk about when you weave under a right hand or a right hook or an overhand right, how you can use a shift and a switch to really get a great angle and throw a right hook. He's going to do it from an orthodox position. And he's going to throw, how he's going to do this is when he uses this shift and switch, he's really going to take himself out of the way, and he's going to be able to land a right hook instead of a left hook traditionally when you weave or slip under, when you weave under a right hand or an overhand right. So in other words, traditionally, a lot of people, you're a right-hander against a right-hander. If I'm throwing an overhand right or a right hook on Danny and he weaves underneath it, he's there to come back with a left hook, okay? So he goes underneath it again, he's there to throw a left hook. Okay, now, instead what he's gonna do is he's gonna use a shift and a switch. As you notice what he does when he weaves underneath to throw the left hook, he's twisting his waist counterclockwise, okay? He's going from right to left. He's turning his waist counterclockwise, and he's turning his shoulders. His shoulders go with his waist, right? So he's there to throw a good left hook, come back clockwise, and throw a good left hook, okay? What he's going to do on this situation is he's going to weave underneath, turn his waist counterclockwise, okay? And then he's going to turn his waist clockwise, and he's going to shift his feet. Watch what he does with his feet. So his left foot is in front of his right foot. He weaves underneath real slow. Now he's turning counterclockwise. Now he is going to shift over to his left. While he shifts over to his left, he's going to turn his waist back clockwise, and then he's going to shift over to the left, and then the right foot he's going to shift over to the left and up. So he's going up, and he's going over to the left and up, okay? So we would look at it where he's going over and up, and then when he turns his waist, at the same time that he turns his waist, he's bringing his right foot in front of the left. So if you watch it real close again, he goes underneath it, there he goes, see? So he's going up and over. We're going to go real slow. He's going underneath, he's turning his waist counterclockwise. Then he's going to shift his hips clockwise while he slides over, and the right foot's going to come in front of the left, and the left is going to go over to the left and up. Now he's in position to hit me with a right hook from a southpaw position. He's in a southpaw position from this angle. Okay, from this angle, he is in a southpaw position. What is the benefit of that? Why is that better than doing it traditionally? Well, not too many people do this, but there's a great asset to it, okay? So the asset to it is he's really taking himself out of the way of a counter shot for my counter left hook. If I throw the right hand and he just traditionally throws it, I could still beat him with the left hook. Maybe I get that left hook off, I throw overhand right, and I come back with my hook and I beat him to it. Okay, but if he does that shift and switch, he is completely out of the way of my left hook. And if I threw it at the same time I'm throwing, he's throwing his right hook, boom, he's going to beat me to that. Let me show you from this angle. You turn this way. Wow, these are so great, these shifts and switches. Lomachenko does it a little bit, but the great Willie Pep, if you want to watch a guy that uses shift and switch is really great, go watch the great Willie Pep, one of the greatest fighters of all time. He used to really use this very well. Today it's a lost art. It really is. Mike Tyson would use it in his prime, in the 80s. He would use kind of shifts and switches, but right here is something that he didn't really do. He did it maybe, I'm not saying he never did it, but he didn't do it. It wasn't a big part of his arsenal, okay? So you're weaving underneath here, and see that? stepping over. He's stepping over right there like that. And what he's doing, like I said, is traditionally, if you went underneath the shot, I could beat him to the hook, okay? I could beat him to the hook. But here, when he shifts and switches, he is up and over. He is completely out of the way of my hook. And he could throw, if I'm here, he could throw it right up the middle of my guard. Or if I tried to throw the hook when he did that shift and switch, he's still going to beat me to it. Just a great angle that he's getting there on that shift and switch, okay? Now when I'm holding the pads, it's kind of hard because he's getting that angle on me, so I could have him throw it here, see? If I had a body shot, he could throw it to the body. But the other thing is that what he's doing is this here, okay? And I could turn here to catch it on the pad where he could just practice the move. He'd be doing it pretty fast, and I can see he's getting that angle where it's going underneath, and I'm going to catch it like that because I'm throwing a right hand, then I got to catch it with a right hand. Throwing a right hand, that's it. That's the move. Under, that's it. So under, that's it. Under, see, and I got to turn to catch it. But in reality, he's going to land that even quicker. He's getting over top of me like that, and he's boom, and he's hitting me, okay, before I can even turn to catch that with a pad or in a fight to be able to defend against it, because he's going right there, and he's slipping, boom, and he's hitting me, okay? Now, just to throw a bonus in for you guys, beautiful little move that you could put to it, another little punch that you could put to the move is when he's weaving underneath the right hand, he could double up that right hand off the switch, right before he shifts and switches. So now he's going to throw two punches instead of one underneath one punch. Okay, so he's weaving, and what I'm talking about is he's weaving, and here comes the weave. He's throwing a right hook. Now he's going to shift and hit me with a right hand. So he's weaving under, boom. Very, very slick move. When he throws this shot, he could go to the body, and he could come back to the head with it. Just a beautiful, beautiful thing. And just to show you guys how the move can be done, whether you're fighting a Southpaw or an Orthodox fighter, because if I'm a Southpaw and I wouldn't be throwing the right hook or the overhand right or the right hand, I would be throwing, he could do this move with me throwing a right hook, okay? So now I'm in a Southpaw position. He could go underneath to the body. At the same time, he goes here, then he shifts and switches there, and he's out of the way. He's out of the way of my left hand. So I can show you, we'll show you from this angle. I throw the right hook, he throws a right, that's it. See, he throws the right hook to my body. He throws the right hook to my body, and then he throws that shot, and when he moves over to that angle, as a Southpaw, he'd be out of the way of my left hand. So there's a beautiful little move for you guys to take into the gym, practice. You can watch the video, get the footwork down, really break it down as many times as you have to break it down, get the visual, and like, share, and subscribe. Comment below, drop your guys' questions. I'm going to be doing Q&As, and follow me on Instagram at Yankello Boxing, and I'll see you guys next time.